Hey, welcome. So, in this training, exclusive training, I want to share you exactly how AI plus human sellers are able to actually triple your enterprise sales revenues and help you close deal faster without hiring more salespeople. Now, of course, you can add more salespeople to achieve further this thing, but right now, with whatever you have by using the AI, you can actually triple your sales success. And end of this video training, you will exactly know how to move from your overloaded sales teams who are basically actually trying to just meet the targets or even basically covering some of the things to become a more calm plus AI managed teams, so that you know exactly the kind of AI tools available right now, AI workers, what I call, which every top enterprise sales team, B2B sales teams are using to accelerate this. And this is an actionable video where end of this video you not only get to know how these things works and how you can actually start implementing so that you can start seeing results not very far away, but just in couple of maybe like 30 days to max 90 days. And even if you implement just few of the things what we are going to cover, you will start seeing a maximum results. And that's what is this whole video is all about. This is what we are helping with a lot of companies. And end of this video, I'm also going to share you how, if you want us to help you implement this, we can definitely help you do this. So let's start right away now. What exactly is the AI plus human sellers to actually tripling? What is working right now in the enterprise B2B sales or any top sales teams, right? Now, what's the real problem? First and foremost, let's go back to the basics, right? Now, deals don't fail because of products. I'm sure if you're having certain closures, if you're having certain people are using your product, that means there is already your product market tested. And but still, if you're not able to close as much as you want, and deals are very slow, or not every salesperson is actually selling, and you're not competitors are taking away, that means very one simple factor. This we have studied across businesses. We have worked with hundreds of companies. There is one fundamental reason, which is they fail because of process, right? The sales process. Now, people already have a lot of sales process, but what is it actually making a lot of people to fail process is that even a simple process, there is pipelines are broken. There are a lot of leaks across the stages of sales process. A simple sales process like lead, qualify, propose, close, there are leaks. And these studies shows that 79% of the deals are lost to poor process execution, because the moment you have a multiple steps in the process, it has to be controlled, it has to be executed, and a lot of sales teams do not have, a lot of enterprise B2B sales team do not have that controlled execution of that process, and there are leaks happening, and because of these, some of the lot of deals are being lost, or it is getting too much delayed. Now, what is exactly, how do you fix this now, right? Now, here is the thing, right? Let's understand further more of our current reality, which is leads are coming in from multiple channels. Now, where is the thing? One is the thick area is follow-ups don't happen. A lot of deals gets closed. And even the leads from multiple channels, they're not tracked, and deals slows down also. Because of that, sales velocity drops, and that's what causes the revenue becomes unpredictable. So forecasting fails. Now, this is the common scenario which keeps happening. People think that they can get the leads, but then they spend a lot of money on the leads. They think the lead is a problem, but then they don't have a clear execution steps to achieve the kind of sales velocity they want and make the revenue very predictable. Now, the bottlenecks comes down to, again, here is the bottleneck. If there are 100% of leads, then qualification goes down, proposals down, then the closed is 10%. Now, 10% is good for some companies, but the problem is, what's the timeline? So if it is very slow, then again, it's not going to work. One is you increase the number of closures, but also you make this faster. So this is where the bottleneck for most companies is that it is not that they're not having sales, but the velocity is very slow. They're not getting the sales deals closed as per wanted. There is a huge gap in, like, instead of a 2-week sales closure, sometimes it's taking for months to So even like 6 weeks, 12 weeks, or a month, and 3 months to 4 or 6 months. Now that is what is causes the whole sales pipeline slowdown. There are lots of leaks happening. Now, these are traditionally, this is what is happening. People have had a lot of fixes for these things, and the traditional way to fix is add more representatives, add so that you add more people, you get more people to do that. But the thing is, it can help revenue increase, but the fact is it is a slow and expensive. It doesn't scale. Getting the right salespeople is not easy, and also there is a high burn rate, right? Keeping the salespeople in the organization is not easy. Not everybody performs, and when they get a better offer, they jump. And hiring is also not easy. Retaining is a challenge. And training people. So there is a constant, many sales teams, many founders struggle with this. But throughout this thing, we have seen that the top performing model is always not rely on the people alone. People are important, sales team, but the systems becomes more important. So you build a better system which helps to close the deals faster, so that scales instantly, lower cost per deal, and predictable growth. So what is this system? So this systems people have built before AI, but AI is the one thing which can accelerate like anything, which is unheard of. So that is where the system now today anybody can build, even without huge investment. Systems can be built with the AI workers plus human sellers. So what does this mean is that you, in your current sales process, you bring in the AI layer, which does a lot of work related to what I call that human, the repetitive kind of work, which is capturing the leads, enriching leads, qualifying, outreach, follow-up, scales, which are basically causing the leaks of the pipeline. These are things, execution friction, what we call. Execution friction is fixed with AI. Whereas the decision friction is where the human focuses. Your team, your sales rep focuses on the talking to customers, bringing out the certain intelligence, right? Discovers, negotiates, closes, builds trust, creates influence. This high-level thing which AI is not meant to do, where human beings are the best. Like they talk, they negotiate, they understand customers. That's where the human layer. So the AI is going to do a lot of mechanical, repetitive work, which most of us cannot do it because we are not being consistent. Whereas where we focus is on engaging the people, and that's what makes the system built and works like anything. And again, this was earlier possible for only large companies or big companies who had invested significantly, or mostly the digital sales. But today, even a small companies, medium-sized companies can go ahead and achieve it. So let's dive further into this. What is this enterprise sales workflow, right? So I want to take into a much larger workflow, which is typically a good sales, any SaaS company or any B2B companies, engineering, traditional industrial companies. So you have a lead, you have a qualification, you have a discovery, you have a proposals and follow-ups and close. Now these are the stages. Now how does each of these stages you can actually implement AI? And where to use the human, right? That's the key thing we want to know. Where is the AI works? Where is the human element works? And each stage, actually, I will show you. I'm going to show you now. Each stage you can be transformed by AI and human collaboration. That means the human, the salespeople, they will be doing a much higher value tasks, and what the AI is doing is what the execution, which is basically human can do, but they do it very slowly. AI is going to do it very fast. So let's dive in, right? For each of these stages, how do you achieve this AI plus human transformation or collaborations? Now the stage one, which is the lead capture. Now the lead capture is a very important stage where, obviously, depending on the business what you're having, maybe you're attending a conferences, maybe you're using a website as your lead capture, or LinkedIn, or you're running an ad, various ways you can capture the leads. And but the thing is, leads all come with a different kind of thing. So how do you basically capture the leads and clean CRM? doing this manually is very tricky. I work with one company, they had leads were coming from something like India Mart, and then there are leads coming from their own network. They had like almost like 20,000 leads basically. There was hardly any activity was being done to manage these leads, and they were paying significant money to the India Mart. They were sending the leads, but they didn't have a system, AI or anything built, and that's where we help them to actually build something to clean up these leads. Most of real estate companies have this. So what AI does is that it captures the leads, it enriches, it makes sure that these leads are quite good, and it scores the leads also instantly from all sources. So you get a very clear view of what are these leads. Should they be followed up? Should they be simply automated? Should they be rejected? So everything AI does. Doing this manually is not easy. You don't get right resources who can do it. It's a boring work. It becomes, and a lot of compromises humans do. But today AI can do most of this work. Now, once this is done, what is the human does? Now, this is where your humans will focus on, which is review priority leads. What are the set strategy? How do you actually follow up these leads, right? So once the lead is done, you know the top 10% of the leads, because I know in most businesses, out of the 100% of the leads, maximum 20 to 30% are really high priority leads. You just cannot miss them. So focus on that, which the AI is giving you. Now the second channel is, once you get these leads, or maybe you want to outreach them. So what is the best way is, you have multiple ways to outreach also, right? In many businesses you want to outreach, not just incoming leads. So it can be email, LinkedIn, call, SMS. There are various ways. Today we have the telecalling agents, you have got a LinkedIn AI workers, email. So all these things the AI is going to do. So personalized email, LinkedIn, call sequence, you create a complete workflow. Now these agents are actually managing multiple things, but what is that human has to do here? Now this is where the human brings in, where how does he message? What's the strategy? What's the voice? How does he capture the ICP he has developed it? And once the ICP is developed, what's the kind of signals he captures? And then trying to craft a proper message which can get his response. He doesn't want to be seen like an automation, but you are using AI in the back end to do a lot of heavy lifting work. Now stage 3 is where the qualification. This is very important stage. Prospects have come, but the thing is, how do you qualify this? Now again, there are super sellers we have. If the prospects are coming, AI can immediately qualify depending on the quantity of prospects. You can actually train AIs to do the routes to only high quality leads. Super sellers on your website you can have, on your email you can have, even tomorrow, even a Zoom, you can have an AI who does this initial qualifications to understand whether it's a very a lead you can actually serve them, right, prospect. So now what human does is validates edge cases, builds rapport. He comes in between and builds the rapport. He knows exactly who is this high quality leads, and he creates exactly the kind of qualification criteria. So this is what the human should do. And then once you are qualified, this is where the discovery call. You want to understand, okay, here's a prospect who fits into my ICP, who knows, who has a budget, who is actually a decision maker, and now you are trying to talk to them. This is where a significant work of human comes in, but AI can help you to do the lot of research, find out the common context, pain points, research before the call, so that you know exactly what kind of questions to ask. How do you engage this customer? But you are going to do this. You will be asking them. You will lead with empathy and insight. You will figure out exactly what is this customer, how you can serve them, what's the real urgency for them, so that you build the rapport, you create the liking, and you build a relationship, which is the most important aspect here. Now, after this is where the proposal generation. Now, this is where you have a lead, you have a very good discovery you have done, you have a great solution to offer to them. Now, where is the AI comes? Now, AI does the heavy lifting. Again, you can create a very custom proposal based on the discovery call. You have captured the pain points. You can build AI proposal generators, which will develop you a very customized proposal, which is aligned to the buyer leads in minutes instead of taking weeks for building the proposal. Or you can make a presentation, just like this presentation I did with AI, which took just a few. Less than an hour or so. Now, where you focus is how do you make this presentation? How do you review this? How do you personalize it and focus more on narration, bringing the insights, bringing the story, and that's where the people will see, wow, this proposal is not just one more proposal, but this is something they know us, and here is a person who is talking to us. So you eliminate what I call uncertainty, right? So the end of this proposal is where people feel, why should they choose your product over all other options? And then, of course, people don't buy immediately. They will have their time. That's where the follow-up comes. Day 1, day 3, day 7. So different kind of follow-ups where AI you can set up, ensure every touch point happens and no deal slips through. Again, this is not a manual. AI can do this much more customized follow-ups, not a simple automated one, whereas a human does personal touch points and key things. You know exactly. So a lot of intelligence you gather and follow up. Maybe sometimes you want to call them, sometimes you want to set up a meeting, different ways to follow up. Maybe you want to send a value, value content, or all those things you can do to get them to somehow come back to the game, lead and close the deals. And finally, stage 7 is close with confidence, where you get the right signals. You know exactly when the client is ready to buy, you start closing the things. So AI gives you a lot of good signals to close. It scans a lot of different areas where the customer is ready, and human does. You do the closing with the judgment, trust and negotiation. You make offers, which is irresistible for clients too. So as you see, there are a lot of areas where AI can do execution. It will take care, and you focus on the decision side, which is very important, which a lot of salespeople are not doing, a lot of sellers are not doing. So again, you got to be very careful here, is that doing what AI does is going to slow you down. But at the same time, if you're allowing AI to do what only human does, then basically you are losing the deals. People will figure out. So this is where there are lots of AI workers you can today build, which can actually do a lot of activity your salespeople are doing. And so this is what we have at 24 AI workers, or 20 plus learning systems, like in different stages, like data, signals, insights, outreach, human close. There are lots of areas where AI is going to help you. It can work on your website. It can work as a telecall agent, a super seller agent. It will do a proposal generators, value proposition mapping, competitor research it can do. There are a lot of areas where AI will help you to basically remove the execution friction, which is the most important AI job. And the decision friction is where building relationship, trust, and other areas where your teams are not doing, a lot of salespeople are not doing because they are busy in execution. Now they can focus on that, and which we help them to do that. So in this way, things will make a huge difference. More happier salespeople, more closure, more happier buyers will be there. And again, what AI does the work, human does the judgment. So let's recap. AI is focused for execution, but then there is a second layer where AI and human collaborates, and the third one is human closes. That's where the closing, the high value activity, human does that, so that execution by AI, decisions by humans, and revenue for all. That's the whole mantra we want to tell you that. So let's recap what AI does. AI is focused on the data. It can capture your data, enrich scores every lead. Repetition handles all repetitive, lot of outreach talks. In sales, it's a process. There are a lot of repetition work is there. These are not something which people can do in this today's complex, high volume game where competitors are there. AI has to do these things. Then there are a lot of follow-ups. We know that at least 8 to 10 follow-ups are required. Again, AI can be used to achieve this and scale, right? customers, you got to reach at the time when they are, and you have to reach a lot more people at different times. This is where it works 24/7 across thousands of deals. AI can do this. It doesn't get tired, it's more consistent, and then it's fast. But at the same time, sales is not about only fast, consistent. Sales is also about trust. Sales is also about influence, negotiation, closing. Now, these are things don't let AI do. AI cannot do. Even if 100 people say AI can do, my experience is this is not a work AI you should give. This is a work we should do as humans. We should elevate ourselves to do. Maybe your team has to focus on this. Maybe you as a founder has to focus on this. As a leader has to focus is build genuine relationships, navigate complex buying, create win-win deals, and seal deals with empathy and conviction. So focus more on the engagement part. A lot of other stuff AI can do this. And what happens when you do this? Again, that's what is companies are seeing these kind of results. These are real results where you get 3x results, faster deal cycles. AI removes the manual delays, 40% more conversions, right? You can easily increase the conversion because your customers are getting exactly the right kind of information at the right time without any delay from your sales teams. They are getting what they are looking ahead of competition. Your competition is doing, depending on what kind of business. They are getting a value from you because AI is going to do the heavy lifting of research, developing insights and sharing. But all this you are doing without much extra headcount. So that's the key thing. If you want to add a headcount, of course, you can achieve further higher deal cycles, further closures. That's the thing which we can do. So the result is, again, faster deals, better conversions, no extra headcounts. That's what happens once you start using AI. And so the new sales engine is all about AI plus behavior science, we say. That means AI for the execution, manual, repetitive, lot of heavy work, which are more very crystal clear. We can define it. But the science, behavioral science, because humans are making decisions, your team needs to know how to help people make decisions, how to help them say yes to this thing. And that's where the science of persuasion, behavioral science comes in. And so that together, it is revenue acceleration will happen. So you have got AI workers, you have got a behavioral science skilled sales team, plus human sellers are there, which will make this engine work, and you start getting this. Now, so I hope, what is that key takeaway? Let us know what you have now. If you are someone, if you are a business who's already getting leads, you're already doing some of the things, but your deal closure is not happy, and you want to really scale up this, you want to be ahead of AI first, then here is a chance, right? You can actually ready to build this for your business. So you can actually book your AI transformation sessions. So we are going to do an audit. We will see exactly what we can do for your business, and we will find out how you can achieve this in just 30 to 90 days. I will show you the exact roadmap. If you want help from us, we can definitely help you achieve this. Otherwise, do go ahead and start using AI if you're not at using, or use in various areas where this thing. And once again, what I am telling is, you don't have to build all these 24 AI workers one shot. You start doing one at a time, two at a time, and start seeing the results. And as you start seeing results, you start implementing more and more. That's the whole magic of this AI. And AI is creating a huge difference as you start building these things. So go beyond using 5% of AI, become more and more into the AI plus human decision to start getting more wins in your sales. So leave me a comment and let me know what you think. And if you want to schedule a call, do book the call in the given link, and I will be happy to see you.